One of the ways you know that you're shifting on the journey, your spiritual remembrance journey, is that you no longer allow anything to be exiled. You're no longer afraid of any shadows within yourself. You're no longer simply desirous of blissful experiences, because you have come to the place of recognition that all experiences are part of the path, right? So, according to the Pista Sophia, the work that we're here to do is titled The Great Work. And the great work is the union of opposites. And so you see, we have this thing early on in our journey, in our spiritual journey, where we don't want to talk about anything that's dark. It's all about light and love. Well, yeah, we are already light. We are already love. When the spirit, the formless, came down, descended into matter, into form, now we have darkness. And part of our journey is to bring awareness to that instead of disregarding it or being fearful to even touch it. Because the moment we can step into all of who we are, all of what we're feeling, this full density of being human, and hold the polarity of light and dark, spirit and matter, we are coming into a space within us where wisdom arises. And so don't be afraid of the polarity, right? So we have this sense of, oh, I always have to be positive. I always have to be light. And the truth is, we're being asked to stay still in the midst of the darkness, to feel, to transmute it. And it's even beyond transmutation. It's allowing the messages of each and every aspect of those shadows, because those shadows also holds gifts for us. And we free those shadows when we stop running from them. What can hurt you? So our great work, our life purpose, isn't to find out what you're here to do on earth. What you're here to do on earth is to ascend from descending, and to sit with the polarities of what is and bring union to them. That's freedom. Then we begin to make our way, right? It's not a linear path, by the way, right? We're moving up the tree of life, right? Moving up the tree of life, ascending. But each stage of that ascension process requires us to explore and experience a different state of being. Right? We're collecting wisdom, acknowledging, through acknowledgement, through understanding, through experiencing. Because to be whole isn't just to be one thing, it's to have an experience of many things. And so isn't it a wonderful a wonderful journey that we're all on, how the spirit descended down in all of its glory, and as it came down, it forgot itself. And it's hidden right in plain view, right? It's like, where is God? Where is God? Where is God? Where is God? Right? We're looking everywhere for God. And we don't realize that when we look in the mirror, we're looking at God. Right? The best hiding place is right in front of us, right under our noses. It's quite brilliant, actually. So I just wanted to make this video because sometimes we get so dissuaded on the journey, and we get so tight on the journey, so contracted on the journey, so fearful on the journey, because we fear that if I'm not radiating love and light all the time, I'm doing something wrong. Right? You're not doing anything wrong. Our work is to fully embody the dark and the light and bring union. Bring it to the center, the middle way. What is the middle way? The middle way says that I'm not leaving anything. I'm not exiling anything. I have no aversions to anything. I have no resistance to anything. I sit in the seat of my own authority. And I bring that which I'm so afraid of, I bring it closer to me so I could understand it and offer it unconditional love. And the moment we do that, the moment we choose love, whatever that shadow is, sometimes we call these things demons, it collapses and frees itself. And that energy moves inside of you, and you evolve to the next stage. Right? So don't be afraid about approaching these things. We were born for this. We wouldn't be here if we weren't. Yes, it's, the journey is rife with what we would say obstacles and challenges on the path. But that's only because our mind and our ego says that it ought to be this way, one way, and it is not one way. All of the work is happening internally, and this is why it's so important to create stillness for yourself and move away from distractions, to curate moments of silence where you can listen and feel and allow your body to release the truth, to bring home all the aspects we've been denying ourselves. Everything. Everything. Yeah, and once we realize that the spiritual journey or the remembrance journey isn't about abdicating our humanity, but about fully allowing and accepting our humanity. Right? This is the dance between spirit and matter, Shiva and Shakti, solar and lunar, masculine and feminine, whatever polarities you want, it's here for us, and we're dancing with it. We're dancing with it. We're dancing with it. So be free and dance. What can harm you? Nothing. Nothing can harm you. Only what this says up here. There's no lack inside of you. None. Doesn't exist. Only here. So maybe our work is to rewire our mind, right? A huge part of the work is to rewire our mind. And when the mind says, you're not good enough, you're not worthy, in that moment, allow those thoughts. Don't try to shut it down. Sit with it. What does it feel like to be unworthy? What does it feel like to not be good enough? Give yourself permission to actually experience that. That's the work of polarity. And once you sit with unworthiness and you feel it fully, I'm not good enough, and you feel that fully, then go to the opposite. What is the opposite of unworthiness? What is the opposite of not good enough? And give yourself permission to feel that. Now you're doing the great work, bringing the union of opposites together. And where's the middle between those two things? Don't be afraid to feel. Don't be afraid to feel things that your mind has said is bad. There is no such thing as good or bad. Again, these are mental constructs, and this is part of what we have to free ourselves from, these mental constructs. In the moment it comes up, oh, this is bad, right there in that moment, collapse it by saying, oh, this is a mental construct and it's not real. And you pull yourself back from that. And you come back into truth. Little by little we get there. Little by little we become so brave, so attuned to the truth that resides within, not out there. You're not going to find the truth out there, outside of yourself. Sorry to disappoint you, but you're not going to find it out there. So take the time to cultivate you, always. Because if we're not taking the time to cultivate ourselves on a spiritual level, remembrance level, there's no one else that will do this work for us. And we remain sort of trapped in the matter. Which is fine if you want to continue to have that experience. But we're meant to remember. It's our birthright to remember that we are God. No matter what any religion says, there's no external God outside of you. This is what Jesus came to teach. And he actually said it. Right? So I'm not saying anything new. There's nothing that's new. There's no information that's new. It's just how it's being resaid, reworded. So send in your love.